Yeah, so here we are. My name is Pearose Cherotich. I'm super excited to be your presenter for tonight. And after this, we are going to have a great speaker coming out to be able to share with us her powerful story. So for all the guests who are joining us for the very first time, this is going to be a powerful meeting, and especially for ladies, we design it for ladies because we believe that women can achieve so much in life. And as women, we can also do a lot together and empower each other. So I'm excited to see all of you. And I want to trust that you're having a good time wherever you are. I can see we have people logging in from outside Kenya. Personally, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. And there are people from Tanzania. We have people from South Africa, Zambia, Sierra Leone. We have people from the US, Italy, Sweden. And so it's really great having all of you ladies coming together. So we are going to have a powerful session. And as I said, my name is Pearose Cherotich. I am a teacher by profession, a teacher of mathematics and physics. Before this, I was teaching in high school here in Nairobi, a school called Githurai Mixed Secondary School. And I was employed by the government of Kenya to teach. So I am a mother of 4 young children between the ages of 14 and 8. And so tonight, I'm going to share with you, as I share my story, I'll be sharing what we have for you as our guests. I've known what I'm sharing with you for the last almost 13 years now. By July this year, 17, I will be exactly 13 years. So it's been a great opportunity for me. I've learned a lot. I've discovered myself, and I'm married. Before this opportunity, my husband was teaching at the university, but right now both of us are retired to the glory of God, because we've seen a lot of benefits from what I'm just about to share with you. And you know, we were in a job setup, and you know job setups the way they are. So you can be sure that by the end of this session, you will have learned a lot. And as I said, we have a guest speaker at the end who is going to share with us her powerful story of more than 20 years now. And, you know, it will really be able to put in us and show us that as women, we can do so much. So I'm going to share my slides so that we can be able to share together what I have. But basically, I'm going to be sharing about what really touches us as women, and what we can do so that we can change the society, we can change ourselves, and actually support each other. Because what we want is to empower every woman who says yes to what we are doing. So actually, I am the founder of the Thriving Women of Worth. And this is an opportunity for women to learn, to discover themselves, to grow themselves, to be able to achieve their wildest dreams. So the first thing I've done is just to define who is a woman. And I know sometimes we forget, because we have a lot to do. We are the people who are so busy, you know, taking care of our family. So the first thing on the word or the letter in the woman, the acronym W, is wonderful. You are outstanding. You are marvelous. You are adorable, and you are nice. This is what defines us as women. And you know, with this, knowing just the knowledge that you're wonderful and outstanding and marvelous and adorable and nice is very important. And so empowered women empower other women. It's very easy for an empowered woman to empower other women. So for the guests who are coming in for the first time, once you get empowered, we also request that you go out and empower other people. But the first thing we look at is your health. We say your health is your greatest wealth. And by the way, we belong to the Superstars Team International. That is a team of professionals who are doing business in a great way. So Thriving Women is actually part of the International Superstars Team. And so we say your health is your greatest wealth. That's the first thing. As women, we know that we are the ones in charge of what people eat at the end of the day. So our health is actually affected by 3 things: rest, exercise, and diet. And so we say diet is the main one. And we say every bite you take is either fighting disease or feeding. From the foods you can see on my screen, you can see there are those that fight disease and those that feed. Which one makes you water, your mouth watering? Obviously, it's the feeding the disease kind of food. So we need to be very careful, even as we give our families the food. We want to give them the right nutrition, that which will fight diseases, not feeding the diseases. So we have a recommendation by the World Health Organization that every now and then, as we eat, we need to be eating in a manner that is going to give us good health. And this is the manner, this is the recommendation. We do a lot of physical activity and manage our weight. And you know, there are so many people who are obese, especially women. We eat whole grains and refined grains, fruits and vegetables, 5 to 9 different colored proteins, less proteins. You can see my triangle is becoming small as you go up. 20 grams a day, especially the red meat, you know, the wrong proteins. Then fats and sugars is taking the least portion. 2 teaspoons of sugar and very little fat. But what happens when we are eating is the other way around. You can see the lady at the middle, you know, following the unhealthy wellness triangle. So what are we saying? We are saying that we need to eat in a way that is going to give us health. On the right-hand side, you can see the unhealthy wellness triangle, whereby most of the time we get into an eating point and we eat junk, we eat the wrong foods. You call in for, you know, fries, you know, sausages, you know, those kind of things that are going to feed diseases. And so because of this lifestyle, we get what we call lifestyle diseases or chronic diseases. And right now, they are highly on the rise. And what happens is this: we are saying that we need to reverse the trends, because what is happening, the World Health Organization has been able to show us that by 2020, chronic disease will actually account for 3 out of every 4 deaths. So every 4 deaths. And of course, like us in Kenya, we are now mourning a hero. That is the late Professor Magoha. And you know what? It is a heart disease, a heart condition. We are told he had a heart attack. So what are we saying? These are things that we can be able to prevent just by our lifestyle, eating, okay? So we have heart disease, we have cancer, we have diabetes, we have stroke, we have chronic respiratory diseases, and even obesity. And obesity has proven to be one that is really becoming rampant with women and also brings many other diseases. So for me, 12 and a half years ago, I used to have a lot of stress due to lack of money, and I developed obesity. I was weighing 124 kg. Now with women, we have these painful conditions, painful periods, fibroids, infections, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, you know, and cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, uterus cancer, skin cancer, infertility, you know, and many others. And we can reverse these trends. And I'm excited because I know most of us have been, you know, we are affected or infected. And so I'm excited to bring a great solution that was actually brought about by a very young man at this stage. He's called Jerry Brasfield. He was young then. Right now, Jerry is 84 years old, but at the age of 19, he suffered asthma. We know asthma is one of the lifestyle diseases. So when he got well, he was able to form a company called Neolife, which we partner with. And in 1958, he came back up with this in the US, so it's a US-based company. In 1971, it came to Africa through South Africa, and 1996, it came to Kenya. And today, if you are a guest on this call, it has arrived at yours. So it is already in 56 countries globally. So what are the values of this wonderful company? Because you realize it's now 65 years old. How many companies go for 65 years? We have absolute honesty and integrity. People are number one. You are very important to us. Products that work. I'll be sharing with you a great solution, and equal opportunity for all. Everyone is equal. And then we have a long-range vision. We have a science behind the same, because everything that is they manufacture is based in nature and backed by science. So these people you can see here are the Scientific Advisory Board. They have a history of scientific excellence. And the founder is Dr. Ada Fast, who is also the founder of cancer chemotherapy. So all these people you see here are doctors, you know, very highly learned people in terms of food and nutrition, you know, doctors and food technology, those kind of things that are in science. So we have a great scientific advisory board, and these are the people who are involved in the research and development of what I'm going to share with. So I'll start with our very triangle that we said there is a problem here. People are eating wrong. We are eating the other way around. So we want to make the triangle to stand on the right side up. And so we have a product called Pro Vitality. And Pro Vitality is made up of 4 products. We have treonine, which is very good for whole grains. Carotenoid, very good for fruits and vegetables. We have omega-3 salmon and also multivitamin and mineral complex in there. So this product, in the sachet, we have the 4 of them, the treonine, the carotenoid, and the omega-3 salmon, which is actually fish oil, very, very good for brain development, for heart, and for the joints. So in the 4 of them, inside this box, we have 30 sachets of that Pro Vitality for exactly 30 days. It does wonders. It makes your triangle to stand on the right side up, as you can see there. So these are very powerful way of bridging your nutritional gap, you see. And this is food. Remember, everything is based in nature and backed by science. So it's natural. This is food. It goes to your body and gets your body to its original way it was supposed, that God meant to be. So that is, we have many other products, and I have only really looked at those that help with women. So we have the Pro Vitality, which is going to do majorly feed your cells, to protect your cells, to balance and regulate your cells, and also to nourish your cells. But we also have some very nice products for women, like one called Feminine Herbal that is able to balance your hormones. Every month, there are people who normally cry because of hormonal imbalance. They have very painful periods. Others are unable to even conceive because of hormonal imbalance. And these kind of cancers, we are always hearing more of the ones related to reproductive system. Bloating, cramping, and irritability, we have Feminine Herbal. Very, very good. Every woman must use this. Then we also have calcium and magnesium, very important for our joints. And you know, especially if you are in the childbearing age, you start losing some calcium every other month and those kind of things, even when you give birth. So we need to replenish that. Then we have something for losing weight called Neolife Shake. Very, very nice. Combining with other products, I'm telling you, you can lose weight. I was 124 kg and I was able to lose weight. You take it as a shake and it's able to keep you full and satisfied. So you lose fat and you keep the muscle. And I love it because it's also able to balance your glucose levels in the body. So that is me 10 years ago, actually now 11 years ago, and that is me now. Can you imagine? That is something to really be happy about, because somebody was telling me I need to put the other picture on this side of before and now after, because I look older. And you can imagine these are 10 years apart. So these products really work. And I am a real testimony of this. Can you see? And you know, sometimes when you have a lot of weight, you look older. So this one I was about, you know, almost going to 30, and now here, surely. This is really great. We have many others. We have other herbals, even touching on men. The one you see in the bottle is aloe vera juice, very good. We have the washing products, the things for washing, for laundry, for washing your clothes, washing your house. All are natural, very, very good. So instead of going for chemicals, these are the best options. And then we have the skincare products. I believe all of us as women on this call, we want to look younger for longer. Nobody wants to get old very fast or to look old. You know, your skin is very important. It's the largest organ. And when it is glowing, you know, you also look very nice. I thank God, courtesy of these natural skincare products, I was able to regain back my skin from acne. We also have children's nutrition, which help our children to grow very well. And then we have something for the farm. That is for using in the farm to spray your crops and all that. And it is really nice. So from there, now we talked about health. Now we want to talk about financial success. For me, the first day I really wanted to lose weight. And I thank God, after losing weight, now I was interested in the financial side. You know, I know on this call as women, we have dreams, big dreams in life, you know, to earn money, you know, to drive a good car, you know, to travel the world, and even to build a better home or have a nice kitchen you want to make over in your house. But you know, it doesn't just happen. You know, we are talking about here a cash flow quadrant. This is, where are you in this cash flow quadrant? We have people who are employed, others are self-employed, others are big business builders and investors. It's only the people on the right-hand side who can call themselves financially free. You cannot achieve those dreams if you are still struggling to look for school fees, you know, you are renting, you are doing things that may not be bringing you financial freedom. So here we value financial freedom so much. We want to even extend this and leave a legacy for our children. But you see, if you are employed and working paycheck to paycheck, it's not possible. You know, living paycheck to paycheck, it's not possible to achieve financial freedom. So for me, it was such a challenge. I really wanted to achieve financial freedom. And you know what? The beauty about these women is this. When you are with us, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I know some of us could be doing business if you are there. And even if you are not doing, you know, the nature of business. In a business, you have to maybe put up, maybe if you want a shop, let's say you want a boutique, you put up the shop, you get somebody to employ if you are employed somewhere else. You know, you have the overhead cost of rent, you know, electricity, all those things that people need in business, and majorly also capital. You need capital to start the business. But here we tell you, you don't need most of those things. You will be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The New Life company is able to do so much for you. The product supply, the financing, you know, you are even paid bonuses and you don't calculate them for yourself. You know, we have an app that is even going to help you order your products, sponsoring, you know, distribution. All these, the logistics are done by the company. You don't care whether the product is, going to expire soon. Your work is to go and get an up-to-date product. You know, those kind of things. If it's a shop that you have put up and a product expires, it is up to you. So you partner. We tell you partner. Through the International Superstar Sim and Thriving Women, we partner. And what happens is that normally you get a direct connection to the company. This is a manufacturing company. Normally in other manufacturing companies, you are never directly connected. You have the advertiser, the wholesaler, the retailer, the distributor. Those people, they come in between you and the company. At the end of the day, they are earning something. So now with New Life, you get direct connection, even no advertiser, no distributor, no. So you just become directly connected to the company. The money that was supposed to go to the middlemen, so to speak, is going to be paid back to you as a bonus. So every product has been accorded or awarded some points that are going to be paying you a bonus at the end of the month. So I'm going to just show you, and ladies, please, here we have to be very keen so that you may understand what I am talking about. So you first register with New Life. First, New Life does not sell products to non-members, so you have to be a member. And the beauty is that when you become a member, you only pay a very small fee. How many people start with 10,000 Kenya shillings or $100 for those who are not in Kenya? Imagine $100 starting a big business that can grow to be you become a big business builder. When you pay this amount, you get a kit with an international license, literature materials, and a Pro-Vitality pack. By the way, the international license will ensure that you can do business in more than 56 countries around the world. So it's an international license, and so you become an international business woman. Now, you also get the Pro-Vitality for the 30 days. You don't get for 1 day. So the 4 products are already explained to you. So you feel nice. The first thing we use so that you can feel nice and you can even tell someone your story. And you earn points. There's 36 points on this Pro-Vitality, which translates to a bonus at the end of the month. And you also get your own website. Wow, this is beautiful. You know, nowadays we are in the digital world and people are doing business worldwide. And you could be sitting in your home and doing business with someone in Italy. And this is only made possible by the use of websites. The company has created a website for you and free delivery around the country. So what are you going to do so that you grow? The first one is use the product. So instead of going to buy soap from elsewhere, come and buy from your own. So you earn points. Instead of going to buy from a cosmetic shop your oil, you come and buy from here. First of all, it's very natural. So you earn points, and which will translate to a bonus. Then you share the products and you earn points and profit. Share the opportunity and you earn more points. Now, this sharing the opportunity is telling people about it, the goodness. And when they join, they all join under you. And so you create what we call a network of consumers. Wow. And you know what? Through that, you can grow a huge network in many countries. And the last one is training, where you get the skills and personal development. And this is majorly free. Interestingly, our mentorship is very, very free. And now, if you get 500 points, you're called a manager. So remember, the vitality was 36 points. So in case you buy products, you and even your friends, and you get to 500 points, you become a manager. And you earn between 500 shillings to 2,500 shillings. But then we tell you now, share the opportunity with other people. So when you share the opportunity with some other people, let's say Jane, Mary, Alice, and Betty, you share the opportunity with them. Other women around you, you can imagine. Now you are empowering others. We say an empowered woman will always empower other people. So you share with your friends, Jane, Mary, Alice, and Betty. They also become managers. They will also earn as managers. And so you become a senior manager. With 1,000 points, you are a senior manager. Between 2,500 to 20,000 Kenya shillings is going to be your bonus. But with 2,000 points, you become an executive manager between 20,000 shillings all the way to 50,000 shillings. Wow. And you know what? The beauty is that this can be part-time. You must not be doing this on a full-time basis. You know, it is so exciting. Now we have this. And we say, now you empower the 4 friends or the 4 ladies also to be senior managers by showing other people to be managers. And you become a director. You will earn between 50 to 90,000 Kenya shillings. Wow. This is super exciting. You know, ladies, this is so achievable. It's just about, you know, mentoring other people, raising other people, nurturing other people. And we say that as women, we are natural nurturers, so we can do that. So you become a director, there are so many incentives. We have cash incentives, the company adds you money. You know, you have lifestyle invitation, you get invited to, you know, posh hotels in your city, leadership school, director folder, and even a world-class recognition. And this is the way to the top, right from the beginning when you join and you become a distributor, when you pay the 10,000. Getting 500 points is a manager, raising managers is senior manager, raising managers and senior managers is executive manager, and then you become a director. It does not stop there where you are earning 50 to 90,000. We tell you, empower other women around you, or even men, by the way. You don't have to just do it for women. Empower others. When you get one director under you, that means you are a leader. You have owned your business. So when you get one director under you, you are called a Sapphire director. You earn $1,000 US or 100,000 Kenya shillings plus. Is that money good? Ladies, can that money do something? Even if it is part-time income of 100,000 or 1,000 US? Yes, it can do a lot. Raise more leaders. Go out and talk to more people and help them. 3 directors, you become a Ruby director. 200,000 plus, or 2,000 US dollars. Then you get 6 directors plus, you become a president team member, you earn $500,000 or 5,000 US dollars. Can you imagine as a lady earning 5,000 US dollars just because you are helping other people? It is so exciting and fulfilling at the same time. You can be able to start achieving your dreams and now move from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. For me, the first day I heard about this, I was excited just to buy the products and lose weight. But you know, I heard stories of people who had become very successful through building the network and growing other people and giving them good health. And so when I joined, I was told even my husband will be able to be part of it without even paying, because we register as one. And I remember we decided we are going to start. And I remember very well that we started on the 17th of July, 2010. We did not even start by sharing with other people. We started by using. And I remember the first bonus I got was 20 US dollars. To be precise, Kenya shillings 2002. I was so excited, and I told myself, if I can get this by showing other people, I can also grow. So in 3 months, actually, I was quite aggressive, and I grew to the level of director, where I was earning, every month something that was slightly more than my net salary. Every month I was earning, and I was so excited. Imagine earning a part-time income of over 20,000 Kenya shillings every month. I was so excited. So I got motivated, and after I became a director, I was hosted in very nice hotels here in Kenya, Nairobi. I had not even touched down in any of the 5-star hotels here. But this opportunity was able to show me this thing. Incentives by the company. And so I was told, if you help another person, you are going to become a Sapphire director. And when you become a Sapphire director, you will be earning quite a good amount of money. Plus also lifestyle starts now to be international. Ladies, how many of us would want to travel out of Kenya or out of the country where you are? Go and just have fun out there with, with your partner or your spouse or your friends or even, your children. It is so exciting. So in 7 months, I was able to work the business. I talked to people. Imagine I came when I didn't even know how to talk to people as a physics teacher, but I was taught. So in 7 months, I was a Sapphire director. And so I remember I earned over 60,000 Kenya shillings, 3 times my net salary, and I was super excited. And for me and my husband, we were invited to South Africa, Cape Town, and it was so exciting. So after coming from Cape Town, I went straight to my employer and I said, now I down my tools so that I can focus on my business and also my family, because family is also very important. So after doing that, that was the best decision I ever made in my life. I was so excited. 5 months down the line, that is 1 year, 2 months to be precise, I was able to raise 3 directors in my team. And of course, as you can see from my ladder there, 3 directors will get you to Ruby. So every month I was able to be earning over 100,000. That is way back in 2011, imagine. And you know what? My life started changing. I bought myself my first car. We started saving money. And within 2 years, we had built a home here in Nairobi, stopped paying rent. And guess what? In 2 years and 11 months, June 2013, I became a president team member. And that is so exciting, guys. It has been so exciting, such an exciting journey. I want to say, ladies, we can make it, we can do it, we can go places, we can change our families, we can touch other women around in the society. And you know what? We can raise also healthy families, healthy generations. And today, I thank God because this has been a wonderful opportunity. I've been able to benefit a lot. And I tell women, let us root for each other and watch each other grow. It is all doable. Look at these women there. These are part of our team, the Thriving Women of Worth. It has been so exciting. And you know what? In our group, we don't even look at your age. Whether you are 19 or 91, you fit. You become a thriving woman. Up there, we had an event at KICC Nairobi. Down here, we treated ourselves for dinner at the Sarova Stanley Hotel, the new Stanley Hotel in Nairobi. It was so exciting. Women coming together, sharing ideas, see some others, young and old. It was so exciting. Going to hotels. Personally, I've been able to change my life. This is my home where I was raised up here. But today I was able to build my parents a beautiful home, and they always bless me. Look at the sitting room for my mom. And those are things they had never thought of achieving. Because with a job, I was not able to provide everything. I had siblings to pay school fees for and those kind of things. And that money is very little. I couldn't do anything extra. But today, courtesy of this powerful business, I gifted my parents a beautiful home in my hometown in Kericho, and I thank God for that. And that is me and my family, and our latest car that we bought a Land Cruiser, the latest shape, very, very exciting, you know. You can see even the smiles can tell it all. And I remember in 2017, the whole of 2017, our international superstars team, that is our team, we were the #1 team in the whole of Neolife world in helping people. And the person at the center of me and my husband is Jerry Brasfield, the owner of Neolife, awarding us where? In Mauritius. Very exciting. We were invited to Mauritius to just be awarded that. And we were, at some point, we were also taken to Dubai. This is Dubai. We enjoyed ourselves. You know, we were taken to a 7-star hotel. It's called Atlantis, the Palm in Dubai. You know, and there's a lot of lifestyle and travel. Just this last year, we were in Tanzania. With the international superstars team, you can see some of us up here. I can see Florence Okech, our world team member in Nakuru. I can see Sylvia Buibo, a cancer victor, actually, courtesy of our products. She was able to get out of cancer. You can imagine breast cancer. I can see Mother Njanja over here. We had gone to Coco Beach. There's a beach in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. And I remember in Dar es Salaam, I was the #1 in helping people, #1 in sponsoring, bringing people into the business and helping them. And down here, just the other day, these are ladies, we treated ourselves to Ole Sereni Hotel here in Nairobi, you know, us there in yellow, looking nice. And you know, this is really exciting, ladies. We don't just leave you there. We help you, we work with you, we grow with you. And you can see every other place. And if you can see all these pictures, ladies are the majority. Actually, in this business, ladies make 78%. And they are the most millionaires in this business. So if ladies can do it, other women can do it, then we can all do it, you know. You know, that is Windsor Golf and Country Club. Before you get out of the country, this is where you are treated first. You become a Ruby director, you go to South Africa, Santon Sun for Ruby orientation. We were in Zambia, Victoria Falls in 2012. That is one of the wonders of the world, you know. That is Grand Hyatt Dubai. And those, the gents you can see here is, these are Nigerians, very young people, but doing business in a crazy way. This is Jerry Brasfield, the owner of the company, you know, accompanying billionaires. You know, you will always be one if you do that, if you accompany them all the time, you make friends with them. This is our CEO now, Kendra Brasfield, Jerry Brasfield here. When we were in Dubai in 2014, you know, we went to Obai, George, South Africa in 2016. 2017, again, we were in Cape Town. Now, this time with my team, very exciting. I had all these members of my team together with us in Cape Town. So imagine a place you come alone and finally you work with other people. And that was Dubai, the capital of the United Arab Emirates. We were there for days. Very, very exciting. We went to the Ferrari World, the Yas Water World, the biggest mosque in the world. And we were staying at in a 7-star hotel. 2018, we were in Mauritius, and again, 2018, we were in Mexico celebrating 60 years. You can see behind us there, 60 years, together with Jerry Brasfield and the wife having dinner together. And all these are president team members, meaning all of us, we can go, we can get there. 2019, we were in Abu Dhabi, you know, it's been so exciting. I can see Lydia Mwesa, our director. I can see Okech Florence with us. And when we were there, I remember I was given a token together with my husband of 615,000 as a cup of tea for helping so many people. And guess what, guys? Next year, we're gonna go to Turkey, Istanbul. Not next year, it is this year in the month of May. The month of May 2023, we shall be at Istanbul, Turkey. And I know someone on this call is seeing and saying, wow, I can also be there. It is all about a burning desire to succeed. And it is doable, by the way. You can succeed, you can get there, and you can go places. And you know what? It's all about starting. So if you can take a screenshot of the business number and the account number on how you can pay the 10,000 and start the business, the better. You can also write it down. But what I want to say before I welcome our guest speaker, because we have a guest speaker on this call, I don't want to speak much because I know she has a story to tell us. She has been able to benefit. She's been here long before us. and she has benefited a lot from this business. But what I must say is that you need to make a decision, a sharp decision to join this business and become part of us. And guess what? You'll also remember this day. You'll start writing your story today, and you become a thriving woman, and a woman who will not be thriving alone, but for you to thrive in our business, you also help others to thrive. So I'm super excited. I'm so happy that you were able to listen to me. I want to welcome our speaker to be able to talk to us. She's a wonderful lady. Please listen. If you can write, the better. So thank you so much for listening to me. I want to welcome Margaret Amulavu at this point in time to be able to talk to us. So Margaret, if you can hear me, kindly unmute yourself and take it away.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Pearose. I think if I was a guest today, I would have signed up before you finished. Good evening, everybody, and congratulations for those of you who have managed to log in. My name is Margaret Amulavu, and I'm logging in from Nairobi, Kenya. Before this opportunity of health and wellness, I worked for an international bank. And after working for this bank for 8.5 years, I chose to resign. And when I resigned, I was not yet 30 years. And a number of people thought my mind was not all together because they didn't see how you're going to leave a bank job. Because people take it as a prestigious job. I mean, it's a kind of job that you cannot just walk out of. But I had very sound reasons why I had to leave the bank. One of the things is that the earliest I got home was midnight. And that was really late. So one day we got home and our son, who was our firstborn, was 3 years then. And he said, Mommy does not come home these days. And I got very concerned that a 3-year-old actually says his mother doesn't come home. And apparently that was actually very true. I hadn't come home. I came home at midnight and I found him asleep. Went the following day to work by 5, coming back, he's asleep. So for 3 days, the boy hadn't seen me. The other thing is that I do come from a very mixed background. My father is a Kenyan. My mother is a Malawian. I am married to Charles, who is from the western part of Kenya. And so I just thought my in-laws might think that I'm as mixed up in my life as I am in my background. And with those 2 reasons, 2 years after my son made that statement, after getting a second child, I did decide to resign. And so I decided to be a stay-home mom because I had grown up with some values and I had wanted my children to have the values that I have. I'd understood at an early age that people become like who they spend most of their time with. And I said, I can be an ex-employee, an ex-anything, but I knew that once I become a parent, I'll never be an ex-parent. And so I knew that I could put my career on hold, but I would not put the growing up of my children on hold. And so I decided to leave. One of the things I never regret having gone to the bank is that is where I met my husband, Charles, a very supportive man. He's one of the reasons I've become who I am because he has allowed me and supported me to be the kind of person I've become. Because at the time I decided to resign, we had a house mortgage, we were paying a loan. We had a car loan. Our son was then 5 years going to school. And we had a younger child who was 6 months. And the day I decided to resign, I actually did not warn him. An ordinary, normal man should have actually thrown me out. But he didn't throw me out. Today, 27 years later, after I walked from that job, I have never gone back to the desk to even check what I left in that bank. So this opportunity for me is God sent. It came a year after I left the bank. A neighbor who I knew who had worked in the bank, she'd reached retirement age. So one day she tells me there is a business in town. You can read from home. You can earn international currency. You can travel. The bit of international currency and traveling I knew was a lie. International currency, because my days in the bank, we had a Forex department, and it's the only one that could handle foreign cash. The second thing is that in Kenya, we had a policy. If you came with foreign cash, first of all, you are limited how much you could carry. And when you came with it, you had to surrender it at the airport. So I couldn't see where will this money go to pass and come through to me. Secondly, I could not relate things on a house and traveling. I was thinking making beds, cleaning kitchen, cleaning dishes, preparing meals, washing clothes. And I'm thinking, how do all those things add up to a ticket? Anyway, the long and short of it is I did decide to go for a presentation. And when I went for a presentation, by the way, I knew I can't do this business. You know the one and you know that nobody can even tell you can do it because I'd never done business in my life. But I had nothing to lose and I really needed something. Because one of the challenges I faced when I stayed at home, I couldn't even change a meal. I couldn't buy an outfit. There's so many things I was not able to do because when Charles and I met, I was already working. So I was used to making certain financial decisions. And I was staying at home, I just wasn't able to do that. And I grew up with a mother who believed that you must earn something and it didn't even matter the amount. So this idea of stretching out my hand every day to ask for money, I found it like a bit of a challenge. And I just knew I must do something. So to me, New Life was an answer to prayer. I remember going on my knees and telling God to do two things for me, to give me a business I can do from the house, and secondly, not to be more than $150 or Kenya shillings 15,000. Why? Though I'd worked in the bank, I only had 20 shillings in my account as the savings. And then from home, because I decided I never want to work again, I just got tired and I just thought, all my life, will I be given instructions? You know, you're at home, before you go to school, your parents give you instructions. You go to school, the teacher tells you what to do. You go to a job, and somebody tells you what to do, even what time to eat, where you can live, what you can wear. I mean, and I thought, no, I'm beyond now this thing of being instructions. I think I want to be my own boss. And so I knew for sure that I wanted something that I can do from home. The short and long of it is that this business, when it was presented, it had those two features. I could work from home. And in our days, we were joining with about $7,500, $750. So I thought, $75. So I thought this is the thing for me. And so I started off. And I remember in our starter pack, we started with the ranges. Pearose, you've covered very well, very eloquent, excellent. You've done a great job. And so we had the cleaning products, we had the health, we had the skincare. I was not comfortable with the health products. I was not sick and I was not a doctor. They just looked like medicine. The skincare, I'd seen too many Kenyan women who are dark this month. In another month or two, they are light. Their skin color has changed. I hear they've got kidney issues. They've got cancer, leukemia, blood cancers. And so I knew all skin products are dangerous. So for me, I started with the cleaning products because they were unique, they are effective, they save you time, energy, and money, and they are products that work. You know, I tell people that the cleaning products are not those products you spray and pray. They are products, if you sell to people, you have to be praying as they are using them because you're not too sure that they work. Our products are so effective that if somebody calls you, they're either telling you how great they are or referring you to another client, or they are actually buying more products. So they're the kind of products you can be sure that they'll do the job. So thereof, I started off. But 6 months later, I got into an unfortunate incident. The second child whom I'd gotten when I left the bank, we lost her in a bad car accident. We rolled from a bridge on your way to Nakuru at Lanet, and we lost that baby. And I must tell you, it was a very devastating time for me because I'd stopped working. And there I am now not able to do much. My video. All right. Sorry, Pearose, for that. I can see I needed to start off my video. And so I found that I had lost this child. I'm no longer able to work. I can't go to a job. There are days I never wanted to talk to anybody. In fact, I remember if my husband and son asked for food, I'll get so upset and I'm thinking, you guys are still eating, as in I can't even cook food, I can't even eat. I'm in such a situation. There are days I don't want to talk to people. I remember walking in town with a towel in my bag because when I saw kids' clothes, girls' clothes, I would just start crying, burst out into a cry. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you the loss of that child is what made me start the business. Because I realized I now have all this time. And then it gave me an opportunity to look at the health products because they said there was something for stress. And so I decided, these guys had said there's something for stress, and this is really quite stressful. So I remember putting myself on 5 basic products. I did take something we call Formula 4 then. I did take a vitamin B complex, omega-3, calcium, magnesium, mind enhancement, herbal rest and relax. And I did also add aloe vera plus. And I want to tell you that those products helped me. Do you know I never went into depression? And I've been in depression before. That will be a story for another day. So I know what depression is. I had taken antidepressants before for even 7 years. And so I know what depression really is. Can you imagine that the loss of a death was more than I could ever have gone through, and I did not get depressed? And with that reason, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to look at this business. So for me, that is what actually helped me. And I decided I was going to study. Every day I wake up at 4:30, and I'll just read 3 products every single day. And I decided I must know these products because I knew without understanding of the products, I would not be able to do it. I want to tell you that for us, a year after we started the business is when we became directors, and like Pearose, who did it in 6 or 7 months. For us, we had no mentors. We had people introduce us from South Africa. They would come once in 6 months. And so if you didn't get anything, that was it. We learned a lot with a lot of audios. And though we had audio cassettes, it was difficult because their accent was heavy. And so you might have to rewind a tape 5, 6 times to just get to understand what they're talking about. So you listen to this recording and try and do what you had in the recording. So we really had to be our own mentors. So for you guys on this call, you're very fortunate Today is no longer does the business work. The question is, will you work the business? Because we are proof that this business has worked. For myself, I got involved on 15th of May, 1997. And so this year in May, I do my 26th year in Neolife. So I know it is a business that works. That boy who was 5 years when I resigned from the bank turns 31 this year. In fact, he's just about to get married. The second one, of course, I don't have her, but God is very, very faithful. He gave us another daughter who's 21 this year. And our daughter is 21. Actually, she turns 21 in May, but she's already a third year student at the university. And I'm excited when Pearose talked about legacy. My daughter is already doing the business. So we've already passed it on to the next level. And that is really, really exciting. And one of the things I can say without a shadow of a doubt, because I brought these children up, our daughter who's 21 does not even live at home because her college is far from where we live. And so she actually has a house. She runs a whole house, cooking, cleaning, washing. And I'm not worried. I don't have to check on her. I only see her over the weekends. And I'm very, very peaceful and content because I know the values I gave her as she grew up, she has them. And I like to challenge many of their men on the call. Let your wife take care of those children, because when women take care of children, when we impact them, we get to know them and they do so much better. You know, there's a scripture in the Word of God. I am a Bible reader, and there are scriptures that inspire me, especially that time when I had a lot of challenges. I got into the Word very deeply. And there's one that says that I learned to trust when I was at my mother's breast, which means that when you don't breastfeed, a child does not trust. So some of these people we meet who are mistrusting, I think you need to just go to their background and find out, did they really breastfeed? Or were they put on the bottle right from the word go because the mother was not there to breastfeed? So those are some of the things. And I have benefited immensely. By using the products, of course, I use the products for myself. And I remember my daughter, who's the third born, that was the easiest pregnancy. Actually, I didn't go through labor. And sometimes I'm scared of sharing this testimony because it sounds too good to be true. I remember I always carried omega-3 and calcium and TNN in my handbag because I wanted to prove that these products work. I remember Angela, and I remember I packed a bag, put it in the sitting room, and I said, I know men can't look for things. You know, it was my husband and my son. I said, the day you hear I've gone to labor, just bring this bag. Because I was so active, there is no day I was going to sit at home. And I remember this day we used to have our warehouse at Witu Road, which is at Nyayo Stadium. And I remember this day going to shop and I had so many products. And I remember one of the people I've gotten an opportunity to meet, Dorothy Nyong'o, Peter's mother, gave me a lift. She said, Margaret, are you going? And I said, I'm going to Hurlingham to drop products. And she said, today, please, when you drop these products, please go and see a doctor. And I said, why? She said, the way you look, you'll give birth on the road. And I told her, Dorothy, I'm not feeling anything. So when I dropped the products, I thought, maybe I should just go home. Then I said, she's an older woman. Probably she's seen something that I haven't seen. When I went to see the doctor, I said, you're already dilated. Are you not seeing? And I said, I'm not feeling anything. So he wrote a letter and I immediately went to the hospital, which means these guys had to bring my bag. And I remember because these products were always in my handbag, especially now calcium you swallow at night. I swallowed my calcium at night. And you know, in the morning, the waters broke. That's what woke me up. And in 20 minutes, Angela was out. So I know the products work without a shadow of a doubt. I have used on products on Angela more than the brother who is Michael. And Angela, I started using on her omega-3 when she was 3 days old. And people ask me, why are you not scared? 3 days. And I said, no, I was so sure they work. And I wanted more proof that they actually work. My daughter has taken that supplement every day for the last 20 years. At 21, every single day, Angela has taken a supplement. And I can tell you she's different. She's bright, her emotion, she can advise you. She even advises the brother who's 10 years older than she is. And she can reason with you until you're thinking, I thought this girl was only 20. Most people put her at 25 because her reasoning and how she does things is completely, totally different. She did so well in school. She was a top student in the school she went to. And I can tell you she's an amazing person to interact with. And not to mention because of the products, I cannot count 10 hospital visits since she was a child. And I want you to imagine how much saving we've done. Personally, for me and my husband, Charles, we've enjoyed health. Currently, I'm now 55. Hey, I actually don't even feel the age. Sometimes I even have to look at my identity card and, you know, in your life, we say our age is carried in our documents, not on our faces. You know, there are people you see and you can tell their age because it's all over their face. I'm 55, I don't feel it. I wake up as early as 4:30, I sleep at 10:30. I'm able to do every single thing that somebody can do. In fact, recently, Angela challenged me. Over the holidays, I grew up running. I was actually a very good athlete in the short distances. And she did something and took off. We play games. Do you know I ran and caught up with her? And she said, Mommy, you can still run at this age. So can you imagine that I still am able to run? So you can see that the products really do a good job. And so I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I'm a lot more healthy. I've got all the energy levels. And just to let you ladies know on the call, I still have my cycle. I turned 56 this year, and my cycle is up to date, as in 21 days without a miss. So I still ask the doctor, so when is this thing going? I mean, they say at 45, it will stop. At 50, I've passed there. Now I'm 55, going 56. I am still there. So I just want to tell you that without a shadow of a doubt that these products do a great job, and you will be healthy. And you see, if you don't have health, you're actually not doing well, because health is your greatest wealth. One of the things people have said is that Kenyans are one disease away from poverty. And I know you agree with that, because when a disease comes, it takes away everything. So we are saying prevention. We are not looking for sick people, but we are saying prevention is better than cure. How much more now with COVID and all that has come? We all now know that you can actually prevent disease and die because your time has come and not because you are sick or anything. When it comes to the finances, it's been a great journey. I do remember that we became world team members, I think 4 years after we joined. That was in 2004. And our first trip, we went to Mauritius. Oh, Mauritius, an exciting place, man. Please don't die before you go to Mauritius. If a cell phone is stolen in Mauritius, that's get to the news. Because that is just, as in, things don't just happen. So you can imagine, we had a great excellent time in Mauritius. I saw the biggest butterfly park in Mauritius. And it was just an exciting place. We were walking 24 hours. I remember at the airport, we were received by a van that was marked Neolife. We were given flowers at the airport. Our hands were clean. We were given juice. And then they danced for us, the dances. Man, it was exciting. The room had our name. We had a TV that would give you the program for the day. You walk in and it says, welcome, Margaret and Charles. I mean, we became royals in Mauritius. And after that, I've been to many other trips. I've been to London. And the thing I loved about London in 2000, actually before London, I did go to Cape Town in 2007. And I always had a passion to go to South Africa. From our big background, I think we speak 10 languages. And December, we were very, very privileged. My two brothers, one lives in South Africa, married to a South African. And I've got another brother who lives in Spain, married to a Spaniard. So we are a real mix. And my brothers, for the first time, were able to come at the same time. So in 26 years in December, we had a family reunion because they come at different times of the year. But for the first time, my two brothers came at the same time, and the two had not met for 23 years. So we had a great, great time in December. So I remember my brother in South Africa because he went early. He's been there now. This is the 27th year since he relocated, and my brother in Spain as well. And I remember he used to send us pictures of Cape Town, and I knew Cape Town is beautiful. They had Mandela there, the Robben Island. In Cape Town, two oceans meet and the waters don't mix because one is fresh water and the other one is salty water. So I always had an idea of how Cape Town looked. So I had always wanted to go. And I never forget the sight I saw when we were landing in South Africa, because we landed at about 11 p.m. Man, just when the plane is coming down, the brightness, you see the city, so very beautiful, big roads that have got 12 lanes. You know, here you're used to 2 or 3 lanes in a road. There are 12, 6 on each side. They've got cameras on the streets. And they got malls. I never forget a mall that stretches like from Selassie Avenue up to the Museum Hills for those in Kenya. It has 7 gates. And each time you go, they say you are here. So at first I thought, these guys, of course I know I'm here. But why do they have to tell me I'm here? They're telling me I'm here because I can actually get lost in the mall. I could enter at gate number 1 and find myself at gate number 7, which means I got in at Selassie Avenue and now I've gotten out at Museum Hill. And a mall in South Africa is not what you call a mall here. As we've got a fan of a mall, an example. In the sense that in that mall, you find everything. If it's cars, it's in the mall. If it's clothes, it's in the mall. If it is shoes, even movies are in the hall. In everything you need when you get into a mall in South Africa, you get every single thing. Bathtubs, curtains, anything you need, you find it in one stop. So South Africa, very, very amazing. So in South Africa, I've had a chance to be in Cape Town. I've been to Durban. I've been to Pretoria. I've been to Bloemfontein. My brother comes from Bloemfontein. And I remember one day, you know, when we are told, for those of us who are distributors, we are told to make our dream chart. I remember buying a book of 2,000 shillings before then and cutting out pictures for South Africa. And you know, every single part I cut out and wrote, I've been there in South Africa. So for me, I say South Africa is our second home. We go every other time. So I have traveled. London, I loved the order, very orderly place. Things are on time. And one of the things I learned in London that I'll never forget is a thing I call copy and paste. And I said, there is no day I'm ever going to copy anybody, you know. At the time we were going to London, though for me, New Life was not the first time I traveled. I was good in school and I'd had a trip to Italy when I was 18. So I'd been to Italy at 18 years and so had an idea of how Europe looks like, but that was quite a while before now I traveled again in your life, almost a span of 20 years. So I do remember when we were going to London for the 50th anniversary of Your Life, I asked a friend who lived there for a while, and I said, what's the weather like? We're going in June, they call it summer. And she told me in London, summer is not the summer you think. It's actually cold. Their summer is worse than our July when it comes to the weather. And so I knew that I needed to carry warm clothes. And also when you travel, there's something we call a hand luggage. You need to carry some items in your hands because when you do travel, your luggage can get lost. And that means that your bag could end up in France when you go to London. So for maybe 2-3 days, you will not have your clothes. And so you need to have some clothes with you for 2-3 days in case your luggage gets lost. So I remember going to a shop for a friend of mine who sells women clothes. And I remember it was a time of big bags. You know, there are some of us who are so fashion, we follow it wherever it is in the world. And I remember going, her name was Millie, and I remember buying a big bag because I wanted to put in clothes. And another common friend of ours came and said, big bags are in fashion, Millie. So when I buy this bag, what do I really put in? And I remember Millie telling my friend, who was Nancy, saying, fashion. I tell you, when I went to London, shock on me. The London weather is horrible, not that the weather is crazy. In the morning, it's raining cats and dogs, so you need a jacket, you need a coat, so you need everything warm in the morning. I'm telling you, by noon, the weather has changed. It is so hot, you need to remove all those. So that's where you need the bag. To put them in that bag and now wear lighter clothes. By 4 months, the London weather has changed again. You need the warm. I said, can you imagine this copy and pasting? Actually, now you're carrying big bags. You don't even understand. So London helped me to understand a lot of things. In London, I also understood the things we learn in school. You see, when you go for travel, the geography we read in school becomes real. I don't know if you remember in school that we used to say there are short nights and long nights and short days. Me, it never made sense. But when you go to London, amazing, you'll find that. I remember in London at 10 o'clock, it was as bright as if it was 6 p.m. or 5. The sun was still there at 10 p.m. So if you're those people who sleep because the sun has gone down, it has become dark. Who and to you in London, you sleep when the sun is still up. And by 3 o'clock again, it gets just 4 hours of darkness. Then by 3 or 4 a.m. again, it is as bright. So that's what we call long days and short nights. And then when it is winter, the nights become long because by 4 p.m., it is as dark as 8. And that darkness goes there on to the following day until 9 a.m. So that's what we call long nights and short days, or short days and long nights. I was able to understand those things in London. And I don't know, you know, some of us where we were born is where we went to school, is where we will die, is where we get married. And I'm just wondering, are you the kind of person who will only die with an ID and a certificate, birth certificate, because you don't have any other document? This opportunity can change your life. And I can tell you, when you travel, you are not the same. My very recent trip, now that I've finished bringing up these children, I've decided that the next half of my life, I'm going to be a traveler. A week ago, I was in Uganda. And I know in another month, I'll go to Congo. I've got plans this year to go to another 4 countries before the year ends. And so I'm going to travel the world. But you see, you can't travel if you don't have money. So this opportunity has given me that chance to travel when I want without thinking, do I have the money or not? So women on the call, you know what? You need money. And I know people think money is bad because when they read the Bible, they interpret it their own way. It is the love of money that is bad, not money. In fact, there's a scripture that says, money answereth all things. Answereth all things, it means you can command money to answer things for you. When we tithe, you can tell it what to do for you. That's what that scripture means. Money answereth all things, which means if you don't have money, you've got challenges. I don't know between people who do extreme bad crimes, is it people with money or with no money? I say money is to life what grease is to a car. You see a grease, the metal parts need the grease to be able to slide on top of each other easily. When you've got money, your life is smooth. You know, in the bank, I think I'd gotten to a level where I said, I owe, and everybody I know I owe. Today, I'm debt-free. So this business makes you get out of debt. It will do that for you. It will keep you healthy. And just a few things I want to tell you about the New Life opportunity that has been great. Pearose has mentioned about the low startup capital. Just because you start up with a low capital does not make the thing low. We invest along the way. The other businesses, you bring your money up front, whether it will work or not. As we've got a blueprint, we are not in a trial and error. We know it works. So I have told you the question is, will you work it? Number 2, it gives you an opportunity to have social capital. Man, I would never have met people on this call. I can see we are almost 100. The person I knew when I came was only my upline. Today, I've got international friends. I can go to countries and not struggle because there are people who know me. In fact, somebody rightly said that if the only way you earn is money, if the only way you get paid is through money, you're very poor. So social capital, getting to know people who can impact and transform your life and make your life better and just change you. So Neo Life for me is a total value opportunity. It has changed me in every way that I can talk about. The other thing is that Neo Life gives you different streams of income. I don't know if you have thought, and I refer to the Bible a lot because I do read about it a lot, and for me, it's my standard in my life that I will use. And one of the books in Ecclesiastes says that you need to have at least 7 to 8 streams of income. Do you know they're available in your life? How? When you sell heart health, you've become a cardiologist. When you sell the skincare, you've become a dermatologist. You sell the supplement for children, you're a pediatrician. You sell bone health, you're another thing. You know, when you sell the weight loss, there's a weight loss clinic in Westlands, and you pay 150,000 just to get the initial pack. Can you imagine? We do a weight loss repair there, you looked great. 2 years ago, I was also 97 kilos. I'll show you my photo at the end, and I lost 25. And I remember somebody who came to my house because I put that photo at the sitting room. She asked, is this one who is big, the mother of this smaller one? I mean, she couldn't even see I'm the same person. So weight makes you look older. And I remember one time when I decided to lose weight, I told my husband, Charles, one of these days you'll be asked, when is your mother going home? Because I look like his mother, man, and weight is not good. So these days we don't cut weight to look good, but because we know it's a health issue. So do you know all those programs we have? When you do the cleaning range, there are people, all they do is sell tissue. Others, all they do is sell oil. Others, all they do is sell food. Imagine all these products give us a different source of income. When we do mental health, you're already somebody, almost a psychiatrist. When you sell things for digestion, you've gone into the digestive system. So see all these opportunities, because in normal life, even when you sell things that help with the eyes, those are different careers in the world. As we are saying, all these are available. When you sell the Supergrow, you become an agronomist. You're helping people with farming. So see all these sources of income. Then you can work from anywhere in the world. We are all at different parts in the world, and we are right here logged in, and we can be able to work. You even get to choose who to work with. I don't know what other opportunity you're looking for. And I want to tell you, ladies, our potential is a conclusion. You know, I say that the men give us a seed, we give them a child. They give us ingredients for vegetables, we give them a meal. They give us a house, we give them a home. And under in Genesis, Eve was given a words and she produced a sentence, and you give us a sentence, we give you a paragraph, and Kidogo will give you a page. So women, we are known for multiplying. We are natural multipliers. We don't even do addition as we multiply. So for the men on the call, if you're getting some bad things, maybe it is what you have given out. We give you back what you have given us times more. We don't even add, and multiplication is a real thing. So women, we are very privileged. And there is no woman on this call who cannot do this business. We are natural networkers. When your hair is done, when your cloth is made, when you're good to go to a good restaurant, you always tell your friends, sometimes you even hold their hands to take them. Who pays you? As we are saying, just change your shopping habits and do what you do naturally and get paid. Change your language of talking. You know, I know right now there are a lot of stories that go on. For me, I haven't watched TV news maybe in 20 years. I don't even have a newspaper copy because I said I don't want to read history. I want to make history. Things that have happened 3-4 days ago, I mean, what can I really do? So I better be off in a session like this at 8 or 9, talking to somebody and improving somebody's life. So Neo Life will do all that for you. It will help you to set your priorities right. And what you feed your brain with is what you can give in. You remember the giggle, garbage in, garbage out. Some of us have allowed our friends to put garbage. You know, when a friend talks to you negatively and you're there listening, it's as good as them throwing garbage outside your house. And I know if it was literally put outside your house, you'd do nothing. But when friends are giving you negativity, they are actually giving you garbage. Finally, what do you need? Number one, you need to have a dream. What do you want? Where were you born? Are you the kind of person who will only know you live because of your tombstone? Say, Margaret Amulavu, born this date, died this year, this dash, there is nothing, nobody knows you, not even your neighbor, because you've never made an impact. Even your own children don't know that you are there. In fact, the Proverbs 31 say that the women who do things, their husbands and their children honor and salute them. That woman of Proverbs 31, when I read, she did not consult her husband when she was buying clothes and going to see her farm. She said that she saw a piece of farm and bought. Where was she buying from? So we need to be active. Let's not be those people who stay behind. Us and men, not that we are better than men, but I want to tell you we can do much. And women being 78% is because we are relational, and this business is relational, and we are wired to be relational. And so number one, you need to have a dream or a vision. I remember one of my dreams was to take my children to South Africa, and in 2017, we were able to take them for a whole month. My daughter was then 16. So there are things you talk to her and she talks to you in a strange language because she has traveled. I don't know where you've been and how old you are, and I don't know for how long you want to still stay in that situation. Number two, you need to have faith. I know we don't have a problem with having faith in God, but we have a problem with having faith in ourselves. Why? Because you put on an alarm at night. Who told you you wake up? Who told you? But you put it on saying, I'll wake up. That's some faith come with it. We know cars cause accidents, but you're always on them. So that faith that you have, come, and we're able to show you what to do. Number three, there is work. Our work is simple. Talk to people things that make sense. Don't talk to people things that are going on that you can do nothing about. Number four, you need a strong desire. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of your situation. For ladies, you're tired of wearing certain clothes. And I think that's where Sunday best came from. The clothes people have worn until when they see you, they say, well, be sick and tired of your situation, and disgust is one of the ingredients for success. Be so sick and tired of going to a restaurant and looking at the right-hand side of the menu, where you look at the price and then you ask for the food. Stop eating prices, eat the food. For ladies, wear clothes that fit your body, not your pocket. You go to a boutique and you're asking how much before you have even tried it on. We can stop that. We can change and transform our lives. And then there is action. We could tell you all the good things about what has happened to us, where we've been, what we've traveled. And we don't use those examples to make you feel you're nobody. We're just saying we are exactly like you are. What you have is what we have, but we made up our minds and our decision. Finally, learn to value advice. Get advice only from somebody who is going where you're going, or where is in your life where you want to be. Some of us get advice from a friend, a relative, who know nothing about what you're talking about. So you ask a person who's only driven a motorcycle, can I buy a car? They say, no, it is dangerous. Cars are having accidents, but you see, they've never driven. So learn to value advice. And I just want to conclude there and say it was a great time having with you. Thank you, Pearose, for inviting me, for allowing me to talk to your team. And I know that we have in-person sessions now, and I know we'll be able to meet. And I want to tell you, ladies, you can do it, you can make it, but you got to make a decision. And you know, if you don't decide, you have still decided not to decide. Finally, there are two ends God gave you, one to sit on and one to think with. The end you use the most will determine how far you go. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. May the Lord, a great week ahead. I'm even thinking it's a weekend because I've got things to do. May the good Lord bless you abundantly. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow. That was hot. Thank you, Margaret. That was really nice. Ladies, wow. I think I cannot add anything from there. I can only say God bless you so much. Thank you, Margaret. I know this team is going to make the best. And I'm very sure that we are going places together. Thank you, our guests, for coming on board. God bless you so much. Please join us immediately. Make sure you pay up tonight. They say success loves speed. Go for it. Go for it. And I'm very sure in Turkey, you will meet with Margaret. God bless you so much. Now turn to the person who invited you and ask them, just send them the M-Pesa message or whatever method you want to pay in.